there, and welcome to the show. I'm Mike.
And I'm Rainbow.
And thank you all for joining us for the first day of our Side Story unit. This month we are taking a look at the king of pop, Michael Jackson. From being a child star to becoming the biggest pop star on the planet, Michael Jackson had a brilliant career making music and entertaining millions of fans right around the world. But he was also a controversial figure. From his fashion to his personal life, Michael Jackson divided opinions even among his most loyal fans, and he continues to do so today, a decade after he died.
But our two-part article will be mainly sticking to his professional achievements as one of the most successful recording artists of all time, and of course, as the self-proclaimed king of pop. It should be a very interesting few days, and I'm sure we will all be humming our favorite Michael Jackson song at some point or another.
No! Now I have the song Don't Stop Till You Get Enough. I'll have it in my head for days.
What do you mean? That's a great song. Okay, before we both
Wait, what's your favorite song?
I don't want to sing right now.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's move on.
Let's take a look at all of today's new vocabulary. 同学们是 Michael Jackson 的粉丝吗？对很多人来说 ，Michael Jackson 改变了整个流行音乐的世界。让我们来看一他的故事。首先，先看4个单字。第一个单字 singer， 歌手是个名词，而 sing 就是动词，唱歌。Michael Jackson is one of many people's favorite singers. Michael Jackson is one of many people's favorite singers. Michael Jackson 是许多人最爱的歌手之一。第二个单字 pop music。Pop music 是个名词，是流行乐曲的意思。Pop music is upbeat and cheers up my mood. Pop music is upbeat and cheers up my mood. 流行音乐的节奏非常欢乐，能让我的心情变得很好。第三个单字 childhood。Childhood 是名词，代表童年时期。成人时期我们称 adulthood， 都是一个字哦。Childhood is a very important stage of life as it shapes your adult experience. Childhood is a very important stage of life as it shapes your adult experience. 童年时期是非常重要的时刻，因为它塑造了你的成年经验。最后一个单字 album 专辑是个名词。Few people purchase physical albums nowadays. Few people purchase physical albums nowadays. 现在很少人会购买实体专辑。好，现在我们已经看完单字例句，我们来一起看 Michael Jackson 的故事吧。
Michael Jackson was a singer, songwriter, and dancer. In fact, he was more than that. He was one of the greatest pop music entertainers of all time.
Explanation 1.
All right, so today's article begins with this sentence, and it reads, Michael Jackson was a singer, songwriter, and dancer. Yes, it's very true. He was multi-talented, and his songs, videos, and performances still strongly influence many of today's pop stars.
That's right. 在这边大家看一个补充单字 songwriter 就是作曲家。不知道大家知不知道 Michael Jackson 不只会唱歌，还会作曲哦。So of course he was a huge talent, but the article continues. In fact, he was more than that. And we find out about that in the next sentence.
And that sentence reads, he was one of the greatest pop music entertainers of all time. Absolutely.
Wow. 在这边再加一个补充单字 entertainer 艺人 Michael Jackson 绝对是史上最重要的 entertainer 之一
That's right. He's right up there with Frank Sinatra, Elvis Presley, the Beatles, James Brown, and a few of the other true giant legends. All right, let's take a break here to dance around to a couple of Michael Jackson hits, and then we'll be back with the second half of today's article.
It's no surprise that Jackson was called the King of Pop. He started making music in his early childhood. He sang in a group with his older brothers. They made up the Jackson 5. Jackson started singing on his own at the age of 13. He was a big success, and he made many albums. His best was Thriller. It has sold over 66 million copies.
Explanation 2.
Okay, so welcome back to you all. We've been reading that Michael Jackson is widely considered one of the great pop music entertainers of all time. It's hard to argue with a statement like that.
That's true, and that's why the next sentence of the story makes a lot of sense. It says, "It's no surprise that Jackson was called the King of Pop." And he still is today. Okay, it's time for us to find out more about today's first grammar point, and Daphne is here to tell us all about it.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 It's no surprise that 点点点，意思是点点点不意外。句型中的 it 是虚主词，真正的主词是在后面的名词子句 that 加主词加动词。Surprise 在这里是名词，惊讶、讶异，前方用形容词 no 没有的修饰，合在一起 It's no surprise that 就是点点点不意外。例如 Helen is the daughter of a poet. It's no surprise that she wrote poetry at the age of 3. 海伦是诗人的女儿，难怪她3岁就在写诗了。
So now that we have firmly established that many consider Michael Jackson to be the king of pop, let's find out a bit more about his life back when he was a kid.
And as we look at his childhood, I think it's fair to say that Michael Jackson was born with music in his blood. We read, he started making music in his early childhood. That's right. He was just a little kid when he was already recording hit songs.
Yep, and this was definitely a family affair. As it says next, he sang in a group with his older brothers. They made up the Jackson 5. That's right, and even at that young age, you could still see that Michael was going to grow up to be a special performer. Okay, it's time for another grammar point. We'll go over to Daphne, and then we'll be back.
第二则文法是 make up， 意思是组成。make 在这里是及物动词成为的意思，三态是 make、made、made。副词 up 是完全，合在一起 make up 就是组成。例如 Women make up 40% of the workforce. 女性组成了40%的劳动力。
So Michael Jackson was on stage and in the spotlight from his early days. As he gets older, though, he just becomes more and more successful. The next sentence in the article tells us, Jackson started singing on his own at the age of 13. Wow! So that was when he had his first hits as Michael Jackson and not just as a member of the Jackson 5.
That's right. I think his first hit song by himself was a song called Ben, and it was about a rat.
Really?
Yep, I'm pretty sure that's true. Strange, but true. And something else that's true and not really that strange is that we have to pause here again for a grammar point. It's our third and final one for today.
第三则文法是 at the age of 13， 意思是在13岁的时候。介系词 at 表示在点点点时刻 ，age 是名词年纪的意思。合在一起 at the age of 加数字 就是在某岁的时候。例如 Jason left home at the age of 18. 杰森18岁时离家。
Okay, we're back. So, Michael Jackson became a solo star at a young age. And as we read on, it says he was a big success and he made many albums. His best was Thriller. It sure was. That Thriller album had huge success in the early 1980s and ever since then. It seemed that almost everyone in the world owned a copy. And even if you didn't, you knew all of the songs on the album.
And he did sell many copies of that Thriller album. Many copies.
Many.
The final sentence of the article says, it has sold over 66 million copies. Wow, 66 million. That's like everybody in Taiwan buying 3 copies each.
Absolutely incredible. Most artists would be considered a big success if they sold 1 or 2 million copies of an album. 66 million is almost too large a number to really understand, but there you go. That's the magical and record-breaking nature of Michael Jackson's career in show business. Okay, that's it for today, but please do join us tomorrow for the second half of our unit. We'll be taking a closer look at Michael Jackson as a performer, musician, and music producer. This will help us to understand just how original and important he was and why he is still such a huge influence on pop music even today. Should be interesting. Until then,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Michael Jackson was a singer, songwriter, and dancer. In fact, he was more than that. He was one of the greatest pop music entertainers of all time. It's no surprise that Jackson was called the king of pop. He started making music in his early childhood. He sang in a group with his older brothers. They made up the Jackson 5. Jackson started singing on his own at the age of 13. He was a big success, and he made many albums. His best was Thriller. It has sold over 66 million copies.
用英文表达不是我的菜。
Hey, Hattie. Want to go to dinner with me sometime?
Sorry, you're not really my cup of tea, and we have to do 就爱讲英文。
Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway, 大家好，我是 Holly.
Hi everybody, I'm Shane.
今天呢，我们要用英文表达你不是我的菜。Yeah, seriously, 这个人就是这边有问题。But anyways, 第一句 to not be one's cup of tea， 你不喜欢喝这样的茶，是这样吗
Basically
？Basically 是这样。
因为就是每个人都是有他们喜欢的喝的茶，就绿茶、红茶、
Yeah.
boba、milk tea。
那我是什么 tea 呢？我是
倒掉的在
Oh my god
地板上的。所以不一定要是跟人，就是可以东西也可以是。
东西也可以。
对，所以这
Yeah.
This is not my thing。
这不是我的东西吧？我平常不做这个，我平常不喜欢做。
Being with you is not my thing.
Okay, well, being with you is not my thing. Okay.
Really? I thought you're really into me.
No, I was never. I was just trying to, make you look good on camera, but not really. Yeah, 其实我没有那么 into him. Yeah.
So to be into something or somebody.
就是对什么很有兴趣。
Exactly. But not me.
You're not my cup of tea.
Do you know what's really my cup of tea?
What?
Live action.
Oh, that I can do.
I love that. I'm so into that.
I am so into live action.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. Come on. I know it's not really your cup of tea, but a bunch of us are going hiking. Want to come with us?
Hiking isn't really my thing. I think I'll pass this time. Thanks, though.
I know you're not really into it, but it will be an easy hike, and all our friends are going to be there. Tony will be there.
Tony's going? Actually, going hiking doesn't sound like a bad idea.
That's what I thought. I think he likes you too.
Number 1, to not be one's cup of tea.
Number 2, to not be one's thing.
Number 3, to not be into something.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 欢迎收看我们1分钟的单元。在这1分钟的时间里面，我们要复习4个单字，还要造4个例句。同学们准备好没？1分钟计时，开始。第一个单词叫做歌手、歌星，大家应该会这个字吧？唱歌叫做 sing， 后面加个 er 就变 singer，singer 就是歌手。Molly's dream is to become a famous singer。Molly 的梦想是要成为一位知名歌手。第二个单字呢叫做流行音乐。好，流行音乐怎么说呢？音乐是 music， 好，有一个字叫做 pop。Pop music 就是流行音乐 ，pop music。He seldom listens to pop music。他很少在听流行乐。第三个单词叫做童年时期，你知道小孩叫做 child， 后面加上 hood 表示一个时期 ，childhood。Childhood 就是童年时期。John had a terrible childhood。John 有着悲惨的童年。好，第四个单词呢叫做专辑。我们在音乐里面呢，歌手他们都会发行专辑，这专辑叫什么 ？Album。Her favorite band will put out a new album soon。她最爱的乐团很快就要推出新专辑喽。好，太好啦！我们在1分钟之内顺利的复习完4个单词喽。同学们表现很棒，在家也要多多复习。那我们下次见喽，拜拜。